Is it possible to make $1,000 per month with print on demand? This is a question that I've been asked before and that probably a lot of you watching are asking yourselves if you're just starting out with print on demand. And in this video, I'm going to do my best to help you out with answering this question. And to do that, first of all, we're going to do a little bit of a detour. So let's just imagine that you ask 10 random people on the street whether they think they can lose 20 pounds of body weight. What do you think? How many people would say, yeah, of course I can? Probably not a lot. The most people you ask will probably say 20 pounds, that's way too much. That'd take way too much discipline, way too long, and I'd probably fail at losing 20 pounds. And now imagine, what if you asked the same amount of people whether they think they can lose 1 pound of body weight? Most of them would probably say yes, because 1 pound isn't very much, and with just a few days of dieting, that can probably be done very easily. Now, you might be realizing that if people are able to lose a pound, then they'll probably also be able to lose 20 pounds. It takes longer, but it's not impossible. But if you give the person the wrong goal, that's way too high, then they're less likely to even try. And this is, I think, one of the main reasons why a lot of people shouldn't even be asking the question of, is it possible to make £1,000 with print on demand? Because if you set yourself different goals that are more achievable, you'll have a way better mindset, and once you've reached that goal, you'll be motivated. You just set a new goal that's a bit higher and you carry on going. And you've probably heard advice before of people saying, set your goals really high, aim really high. But in my opinion, that's very, very terrible advice when it comes to print on demand, because if you start out, you have not much clue about design, you don't know much about researching, and you're getting used to all of the different marketplaces and videos out there, chances are 3, 4, 5 months down the line, you will not be anywhere near your goal of $1,000 per month. And you'll feel really demotivated, you think you can't do it, and you'll probably just give up and quit. You can kind of compare this to video games as well. So I'm guessing a lot of you have probably played video games before, and what do they all have in common typically? You start from level 1, and let's say the maximum level you can reach is level 80. And to get from level 1 to level 2, it doesn't usually take a lot of time. It's fairly easy. And then to get from level 2 to level 3, it's a little bit harder, but again, doesn't take much longer. And as you progress and you get better at the game, it gets harder and harder to level up, but you're also simultaneously getting better at the game, which gives you a feeling of constantly achieving goals that are set slightly higher, and you feel motivated to reach that end goal of level 80. Now let's imagine a different game, which probably doesn't exist, but you start from level 1 and you have to level up all the way to 80 in one go. It takes you like a million experience points to level up from 1 to 80, right? And it's probably going to take the person, let's say, half a year of playtime. How many people do you think would find this game fun? Probably not many. Probably a lot of people would play this for a week, realize they've only managed to get like 2% done. They've not felt any achievement with leveling up, and they'll just stop playing the game. And the reality is the end goal is always the same. Level 80 in both games is the final level. But in one of the games, there is a technique applied called chunking, meaning splitting up a task, a big massive task, into tiny chunks. This often makes it way easier for you to achieve your goals. It gives you a better mindset, a more motivational outlook on your journey, and you just have more fun, and you're better set up for success. Now, how can you apply this to print on demand? Let's imagine you're just starting out. Maybe you'll set your first goal, or your first level in a sense, to $10 per month. Once you've reached that, which is definitely doable, then you will try and level up to the next step, which would be $30 per month. And from there it jumps to 60, then to 100, then 200, and it carries on escalating this way until the final goal in the end is $1,000 per month. And with this mindset applied, in my opinion, most of you will be way more successful than if you were constantly obsessing over getting to like $1,000 per month, which is obviously a massive hill to climb. Your focus should be hitting smaller goals and also realizing the fact that you're making progress. Because let's say you've been going for half a year and you've built up an income stream of $50 per month. Well, half a year ago, you had no passive income stream. So that's great progress. It will add up to around $600 per year that you would have never had before. So realizing and appreciating that progress can really help you out as well. I, for example, have been going to the gym since the start of the year. And even though I've been going lots of times, I'm not expecting to look like this perfect bodybuilder shape with tons of muscles just because I've been at it, for 8 months or whatever. I see that I've made progress since the start of the year, and that motivates me to keep going. And the best thing you can do is increase the speed at which you're making progress by educating yourself further, watching more YouTube videos on the topics that you're not very good at yet, or maybe investing in some tools that will help you speed up your process and optimize your workflow. I've got a few of those tools linked below in the description, which I use on a regular basis. Another video that would really help you out with this topic and in answering this question is this one right here, where I show you how long it took me to reach $1,000 per month on Merch by Amazon.